Well, this will keep coming till the 2019 elections. The opposition is in knots over Kaun Banega Pradhan Mantri. The DMK chief called for Rahul Gandhi to be the opposition prime ministerial candidate is clearly finding no backers. After the TMC and the left, Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav firmly distanced his party from such a projection. Remember, Akhilesh joined hands with the Congress in the 2017 Uttar Pradesh Assembly elections. But this time around, Akhilesh did seem very keen, holding Rahul Gandhi's hand to steer his bicycle in 2019 elections. The Samajwadi Party leader, along with Bahujan Samajwadi Party's Mayawati, skipped the Congress's mega Oath Day celebration on Monday. Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee was also absent. Their absence in the lineup of the opposition leaders during the oath ceremonies in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh fueled speculation over the future of the proposed Mahagathbandhan.
ये लगातार चलता रहेगा और कोई विचार कोई दे रहा है तो ये जरूरी नहीं कि पूरे गठबंधन का यही विचार हो। तो ये लगातार एक्सरसाइज चलती रहेगी। इससे बीजेपी को परेशान होने की जरूरत नहीं है। उत्तर प्रदेश उत्तर भारतीय है और यहाँ का देश का किसान तैयार है। देश का किसान और नौजवान तैयार है इनको हटाने के लिए।
Now, let's listen into what MK Stalin had said on Sunday, backing Rahul Gandhi as the Prime Minister for 2019, which is getting this sharp reaction from the allies.
In 1980, my leader Kalaignar declared, "Welcome, daughter of Pandit Nehru, give a stable regime." In 2004, my leader Kalaignar declared first, "Welcome, daughter-in-law of Indira Gandhi, India's daughter should win." In 2018, now in this dais, on the occasion of unveiling Talaivar Kalaignar statue, I propose we will install a new Prime Minister in Delhi. We build a new India as a son of the Talaivar Kalaignar. I propose the candidature of Rahul Gandhi from Tamil Nadu. Welcome, Rahul Gandhi. Give the nation good governance. Rahul has got the ability to defeat the fascist, Nazist Modi government. I appeal to my respected all party leaders on the dais. We will strengthen the hands of Rahul Gandhi. We will save this nation.
All right, so this is our top focus on the burning question, and let's just put things in perspective, because it's just not about Rahul Gandhi, chorus around Rahul Gandhi, as the contender against Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It is also about how dynamics have changed after the Congress's victory in the Hindi heartland state. And let's just take you straight to our top questions on the burning question. Question number one that we are asking today, in fact, should a strong Congress, is the strong Congress bad for the Grand Alliance? Well, remember in 2017, situation was different. Only 44 MPs in fact, the Lok Sabha Congress virtually in just 3 states across the country. Has situation changed now? Rahul, as question number 2 that we are putting out today, this morning, is Rahul as Prime Minister chorus dividing the opposition. Should the Congress Party, DMK, any ally refrain from, in fact, taking any names? Question number 3 that we are asking right now, can Rahul become opposition's prime ministerial face? And is that a wise strategy? Because Prime Minister Narendra Modi will keep hitting out and saying, who versus me? And is Rahul ready to take that plunge? Question number 4 that we are asking this today is Prime Minister Rahul, pitch strengthening the third front. Can this also turn around this whole, can inflate the BJP's argument of who versus Prime Minister Narendra Modi? All right, let me now bring in our guests who are joining us this morning for a very quick, sharp discussion on this. Mohammad Khan of the Congress Party with us this morning, Anila Singh of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We're also joined by Juhi Singh of the Samajwadi Party and Ajit Jha, senior editor. He's editor research India Today Group. Good morning to all my guests this morning. Let me ask with you, start with you, Juhi Singh. यूपी के लड़के वर्सेस बाहरी नरेंद्र मोदी, all those sloganeering in 2017, both Rahul Gandhi, Akhilesh Yadav standing together on various dioceses saying that this is going to be a turning point is that all forgotten? Was that bonhomie only for the assembly elections of 2017 in Uttar Pradesh? And after the result, Akhilesh Yadav is trying to maintain his distance.
Ankit, the bonhomie and the friendship doesn't change, but the people of India, I think, are intelligent enough not to vote for rapidly unraveling an alleged charismatic leader. There are issues which we are going to talk about, issues relevant to the people, and the solutions which we are going to get to the table. And as for anybody pitching anybody as the Prime Minister, of course, Mr. Stalin has the right, but the National President has been clear that there are other partners in the alliance, and everybody is going to sit and decide. It is going to be a continuous process. Most of the leaders, in fact, every leader of the regional party and the Congress party, also the President, they are all mature and forward thinking, and will arrive at a solution. If the BJP wants to really obsess about the fact that we have a leader, then the leader was there in Gorakhpur, Phulpur, Kairana, and also in the 3 Hindi heartlands. So yes, they can stay with the leader. Thank you. Yes,
Anila Singh, before I go to Mohammad Khan, you know, Anila Singh, the BJP leaders, and we had our agenda Aaj Tak event yesterday. From Finance Minister Arun Jaitley to Kiran Rijiju to Nitin Gadkari, everybody who came on the platform kept asking this question: who versus Narendra Modi in 2019? Is that the only card that the BJP is going to go with in the elections next year? Because how does it matter who is the principal opposition to Prime Minister Narendra Modi? You have to fight the elections on what you did in the last 5 years.
Ankit, if we go a little bit behind in our political history, then we remember the year 1989, when a whole of the political group went anti-Congressism. Left and right, they came together to remove Congress from the power. And this time it is not even anti-BJP, it is anti-Modi. Like whole of the opposition, they want to come together to remove Modi ji. So that type of phobia opposition suffers from Narendra Modi ji. And secondly, I think there might be little confusion amongst the opposition, but majorly I have seen many of the opposition parties, they want Rahul Gandhi as their Prime Minister candidate. And we welcome it. I think
Anila,
why not? Congress is the
very
biggest
interesting
and oldest
that you take us back to the history. When you take us back to the history, to the time when it was Congress, everybody else, including your own party, aligning with all the forces to take on the Congress party. If it was okay to dislodge the Congress with everybody coming together at that point of time, how does this become opportunistic in 2019 when everybody is coming together to dislodge Prime Minister Narendra Modi?
There is a difference. There is a difference in both the situation. This time it is not anti-BJP, it is anti-Narendra Modi ji. This is the type of phobia I told you. This is the type of phobia opposition has for Narendra Modi. So the political acumenship which Narendra Modi ji has, none of the leaders, political leaders in the opposition have that. So that is why it is anti.
You are very much entitled to your opinion, like Mohammad Khan. Mohammad Khan, is this the Modi phobia that is also preventing Rahul Gandhi from, or the Congress party from directly coming out and saying, we are going to lead the opposition alliance? If Rahul Gandhi is not able to convince his own coalition partners, how will he convince the country that he is the leader to follow?
Well, Ankit, Juhiji was absolutely right. At this particular point, there are different priorities that need to be addressed. All of us are coming together in this Mahagathbandhan because we have one singular objective. We have to figure out a way to defeat this particular government. Why this government? Because it's unconstitutional and it has given us 4.5 years of the worst quality of governance that we have seen. We don't hate these people, but we hate the brand of politics that they've practiced and unleashed upon this country. And it will take years to undo the damage. Now let us come to the question of Rahul ji as a Prime Minister. As a congressman, any congressman or woman you speak to would love the idea that Rahul ji would be Prime Minister. They would believe in nothing else. We firmly believe that if there is a party that can unite all other parties under an umbrella, it is the Congress. It is the totem pole under which other parties can come together, largely because it has a pan-India presence.
Okay.
And when the time is right, the people of India will make that decision. That's what Rahul ji says again and again. The people of India are the ones who will decide.
Sir,
the
but
party people are the ones who will
before
decide.
I get in,
And
Ajit,
if we have that kind of a presence, and
Mohammad
if we
Khan,
have that
before I
kind of
get in,
a strength,
Ajit,
then of course that question will
Mohammad
become
Khan,
relevant.
before I get in, Ajit,
But
the
not right
fact
now.
remains, my friend, that when people come out and when they see a strong leader like Narendra Modi on one side, the curiosity would be very obvious to know who is going to lead the pack from the other. If there are this battle of generals, who is the general from the opposition? If Rahul Gandhi does not want to project himself, if Rahul Gandhi is not able to convince the opposition to project him, then there will be doubts whether he can actually lead the country, isn't it? It's a different election from the assembly polls.
No, Ankit, I would put it a different way. I'll put it a different way. Rahul ji has proven again and again that he leads from the front. When we win, he dedicates the victory to his workers. When we lose, he takes it upon himself. That is the hallmark of a great leader. Now, the other thing about Rahul ji, you must know, is he's a consensus builder. The Congress by nature and by experience is a great consensus building coalition in itself. UPA 1, UPA 2 were great coalitions and ran successfully. Mr. Modi lacks that ability. What some people call a weakness, this cult of personality that Mr. Modi has, is actually our strength.
Okay.
We stand together, we are stronger together.
All right.
That is our belief.
Hold on to
And
that
these
thought.
questions
Let
will
me
be
get in
answered
Ajit
the
Shah.
fullness of time.
Anila wants to come in, but before I go to Anila, Ajit Shah, what has changed for the Congress party after the victory in the three major Hindi heartland states? Is that making Samajwadi Party, Juhi's party, or Mayawati or Mamata Banerjee more nervous now that the Congress would once again come into this big brother attitude and there will be problems going forward when it comes to the alliance?
Well, Ankit, 2 points. First of all, the BJP would want the contest to be presidential. They want the narrative of 2014, which is Narendra Modi versus Rahul Gandhi. In 2014, we saw that that narrative didn't work. I think for the Congress and for the opposition, it is better if that narrative is not brought back. I think the better narrative is that in the convention is in a parliamentary system, the largest party's leader becomes the prime minister. But if you have a coalition, let the coalition form. Let's have a minimum program which all the coalition partners agree, and then let's vote for a prime minister. Now, what has changed in the last 3 assembly election? The Congress was a weak partner before that, in a way. The core, the Congress being the core of the coalition, the grand coalition in this case, was a weaker partner. Obviously, after the 3 assembly victories, the Congress has a better bargaining position inside the coalition.
Okay.
Secondly, Rahul Gandhi has come out as an extraordinary performer. He is a potential prime minister in many ways in the eyes of the people. But at the same time, I think the Congress must restrain itself, form a minimum common program, and then not project the prime ministerial candidate right now. Make it a parliamentary poll, not a presidential poll.
All right, Juhi,
that way the grand
has
coalition will
the
hold
victory
very
of the
strongly.
Congress party changed the perception of the Samajwadi Party when it comes to the Congress? You know, in 2017, as I said, Congress was in a much weaker position, both nationally and, of course, in the regional, in the states as well. Has that changed? And is this why we did not see an Akhilesh Yadav going to the oath-taking ceremony of the 3 Congress chief ministers? This could have been a great occasion to send a message all across to the BJP and to the NDA.
Ankit, first of all, in 2017, we gave full space to the Congress, and it was a very mature alliance. So nobody from the anybody can say that although we were a bigger party, we did not accommodate. So there's no question of us being immature about it. Second,
Sorry, it's a very interesting point you're making. Sorry, it's a very interesting point you're making that in 2017 you gave a lot of space to the Congress, and we all know what the result of that space was. Is that the reason why you're wary now of giving more space to the Congress party in Uttar Pradesh?
No. Elections we win and lose, but there is no need for the Prime Minister and his various people to feel victimized and persecuted. This election is not about one individual. It's a parliamentary democracy, and we will fight on issues. And I think all alliance partners, regional parties are strong, and especially in UP. So it's an election where how the Congress works with us is something which will work out, and it's really the issues which are going to matter. And of course, the BJP might find it convenient to really focus, then the Prime Minister is also responsible for the 3 losses.
Absolutely.
The 3 states,
Let me take that to
Haryana,
Anila.
Purpur and Gorakhpur.
Let me
That's
take
all.
that to Anila. Anila Singh, BJP, as Ajit was saying, also what Juhi was saying, BJP is much more, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is much more comfortable in a presidential sort of election. Why is it necessary for the Congress or the opposition to declare anybody as the candidate who will be taking on Prime Minister Narendra Modi? If the government has worked well, it will be your good work that will propel you back into the power. Why do you need a strong Prime Minister trying to project somebody who is, a complete opposition to the way the Prime Minister functions? Why is it that the selling point is only the Prime Minister, not the work of the NDA government in 2014?
Ankit, I just want to make 2-3 points here, quick 2-3 points here. Number one, I was observing the SWOT analysis of Rahul Gandhi on the screen and it was very interesting. So I do not have to say myself what SWOT analysis was projecting about Rahul Gandhi. And secondly, Mr. Muhammad Khan, in his reaction, for the 90% space he gave towards about Narendra Modi ji. So this proves the point that the so-called opposition, they are scared of Narendra Modi ji and they do not talk about the NDA, they do not talk about the work which we have done, but all the time they are ranting about Narendra Modi, Narendra Modi, Narendra Modi. And thirdly, I just want to say, like, one of the major partner in the so-called upcoming alliance is Mamata Banerjee. Mamata Banerjee and KCR. Like they both said that in 2019 we can make state-wise strategy to defeat Narendra Modi. If we go for the state-wise strategy, just now Juhi Singh very well said that in 2017 they had given enough space to Congress and just see what was the result. So state-wise strategy also fails. And finally, I just want to say one thing here, Ankit. Whenever I see the coalition partners, I mean, it gives me the image of Ravan with 10 heads. Ek kaato, dusra niklega. But
Anila ji, if I can only, I will take your analogy, and I would say at least this Ravan has 10 heads. The problem in your coalition is that there are people leaving you right, left, and center. Should the question not be of the ability of the Prime Minister to lead a coalition? RLSP has left you in Bihar, TDP has left you in Andhra Pradesh, PDP left you in Jammu and Kashmir, Shiv Sena, I am yet not sure whether they are your allies or your opponents. So the question would also be about the ability of the Prime Minister to lead a campaign. And once again the question, is it just about Narendra Modi? In his speeches he only talks about Rahul Gandhi and goes back to Nehru. Is he also not giving too much space to the Gandhi family rather than his work?
Ankit, I think it is really early to react on that who all are going to be NDA partners and who all are going to leave our alliance. But at the same time, you can see the political history and you can see the mythology. It is not about the quantity, it is about the quality. And we have a leader like Narendra Modi ji, we have strategists like Amit Shah ji, and even in today's date, Bharatiya Janata Party has the maximum states where it is ruling. So we cannot deny this fact that politically, yes, we are much more stronger than the so-called
is not coming true, at least for some time, Anila, despite you having Prime Minister Narendra Modi and strategists like Amit Shah, Muhammad Khan. But despite whatever the whatever you want to project as far as the government is concerned, the fact remains that Narendra Modi is still by far the most popular leader. Surveys after survey, though Rahul Gandhi may be catching up, but Narendra Modi's persona still exists. There is a huge difference still. The last survey that we did, there is still about 18% difference between Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi. How will Rahul Gandhi, despite this victory, is going to bridge this gap between his persona and Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Because the comparison would be obvious and this will be a key thing in the 2019 elections.
Well, there's an interesting word that Anila Behan used, mythology. And it is very appropriate because the entire BJP and Narendra Modi myth is founded on a mythology. When you tell me that Mr. Narendra Modi popularity is still very high, to me it sounds like people still believe that he will deliver on what he promised. Remember, this is a man who in 2013 made extraordinary promises. And every citizen, you can't blame them, looked to him for his vision. What he did in the last 4.5 years made him lose a vast number of followers. India Today did a story where we saw 70% of the seats where the Prime Minister campaigned, the BJP lost. 70% of the seats where Ajay Singh Bisht campaigned, they lost. This arrogance, this hubris that we can take these people for granted is what is doing them in. Anila Behan sits here. A year ago, Anila Behan and I were debating and she said we are in power in 20 states.
Okay.
Today, you're in power in 16 states. This time next year, you'll be gone in 8 more states. Do not underestimate the people.
Well,
the people have been betrayed.
Well,
and you say that we talk about Narendra Modi ji. That is what happens when you create a cult of personality. You put Mr. Modi in front, he will be blamed.
We'll leave your vision of future and your oracle-like, abilities for the next elections in 2019 this year. Welcome back. Ajit Jha, whether the Congress likes it or not, isn't it already becoming, a Rahul Gandhi versus Prime Minister Narendra Modi's kind of a contest? The amount of time we hear the BJP speaking about Rahul Gandhi, including the entire cabinet and the Prime Minister in his speeches, and the entire Congress only speaking about Narendra Modi, everybody else, both of them have eclipsed everybody else. It will be a contest whether they want it or not.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a good thing.
Anila ji mentioned Ramayan, Ankit. I prefer the metaphor of Mahabharata. You know, you require a Bhima on one side, you require a Karna on the other. You require a Arjun on one side, a Krishna on the other. So basically it's a fight between two coalitions,
Yes.
the NDA and the UPA. Basically it's a fight where you require 545 good generals on one side and 545 good generals on the other.
Okay.
Now, the BJP, obviously, their biggest bet is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He's popular across the country. In 2014, they won what one calls a presidential war, in which they portrayed it as Prince versus Pauper, Narendra Modi versus Rahul Gandhi. So
Right.
they would love to bring that narrative back. For the Congress, I feel it is better to rebut that narrative,
Right.
to break that narrative and come back with a parliamentary elections, which is typical of India, and that would help the Congress to form the alliance as well as challenge the BJP.
Okay, let me start with an apology to my guests. I'm so sorry. I have to wrap this debate here. I wanted to continue with this because these lovely metaphors in the morning were making it only interesting. Thank you so much, Mohammad Khan, Anila Singh and Juhi for joining us this morning. Also to Ajit Jha. But the fact remains, it just can't be a narrative around Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This election is not about Narendra Modi or Rahul Gandhi. There is much more to democracy. It is about issues. It is about narratives, alternate narratives to what the BJP has presented so far. Whether the people are going, which side the people are going to believe, we leave it for 2019.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.